In Bucktown, Maryland in 1820, Harriet Tubman was born to Benjamin Ross and Harriet Green on Anthony Thompson's plantation. Anthony's stepson, Edward Broadus, had claimed ownership of Harriet Green and all of her children, including Harriet Tubman. Tubman's given name was Araminta Ross, and as a child she was called Minty for short. By the time she was an adult, she decided to take her mother's name, Harriet. When she was only 5 years old, Broadus loaned her out to another plantation where she had to check muskrat traps in very cold rivers. After being malnourished and suffering from cold exposure, she was sent home. Once she was in good health again, she was loaned out, but this time she worked as a nurse for an infant. The child became older and the family no longer needed her. Not long after she returned home, she started working in the fields. One day, Harriet saw a confrontation between another slave and their overseer. Harriet was defending the slave, who had attempted to escape, which angered the overseer. He grew so angry he threw a 2-pound weight, hitting Harriet in the head. The injuries she sustained from the incident plagued her with narcoleptic seizures for the rest of her life. Around the year 1944, Harriet married a free African-American man named John Tubman. Shortly after she married, in 1849, Edward Broadus, Harriet's master, died, leaving all his slaves at a high risk of being sold. She thought that now was the perfect opportunity to escape. When she told her husband her idea, he told her that she would never be free and that if she tried to escape, he would turn her in. But she didn't let her husband stop her. In the fall of 1849, Harriet escaped with her 2 brothers, Ben and Henry. But after 2 weeks, the brothers became nervous and started having second thoughts. They decided to go back, and Harriet returned with them. Soon afterwards, this time without her brothers, Tubman escaped again. She finally made it to Pennsylvania and got a job to save up money. Harriet began making frequent trips to the South to help free others who were enslaved. On one trip to Maryland, she went to see her husband, only to discover he had remarried. She developed creative ways to make it harder to get caught, such as leaving on Saturday night because runaways weren't put in the newspaper until Monday morning, giving them more time. It was also well known that Tubman was illiterate. She always had a book with her, and when she was in public during the day, she would pretend to read it. Harriet Tubman made over 20 trips to the slave states, freeing a total of over 300. She always carried a gun with her and threatened anyone who wanted to turn back, saying that they would either be free or die. The Southern slaveholders grew furious with Tubman and offered from $300 up to $40,000 for her capture, but due to her cunning ways of evading authorities, she was never caught and frequently bragged that in all of her rescue missions, she never lost a single passenger. In 1861, when the Civil War began, Tubman saw that a win for the Union was a step toward abolishing slavery. She wanted to help in any way she could, so she worked as a nurse in Fort Royal. After the war, she went to Auburn, New York, where she married Nelson Davis in 1869. He was half her age, and he died of tuberculosis in 1888. Harriet Tubman died on March 10, 1913 in Auburn, New York. She will always be remembered and honored for her bravery and willingness to help others at any cost.